It has been snowing this week, so I woke up a bit earlier than usual to walk to work. My workplace is actually very close, so when I can't ride my bike to work, I usually just go by foot. I love walking to work after it snowed all night, especially in the heart of winter when there's a huge amount of snow that is drier than this. But this was basically my every morning this week. Nothing really special happened during the week. I was just working and getting home, eating lunch, and then just either watching videos or drawing something, doodling, and enjoying my evenings winding down a bit. Last winter, when I had like too much time on my hands apparently, I decided to teach myself how to use a sewing machine. I don't really know where the inspiration came from, but I'm glad it did because it's so fun making your own clothes. It's something completely different because you realize how much time goes into making a simple piece of clothing, and I think that by going to stores and just buying things without thinking about it, we really forget that most of the time it's still done by actual people and it takes time. So that's why making my own garments is a much better way. I thought before I start any new projects that I should probably finish some of my earlier projects that kind of got left behind, and I've got a few things to mend that I'll be hand sewing, just like some holes in my sweaters and stuff like that. And one of the projects is also this apron that I sewed during the summer, and the problem I have with it is that it's just too long and all of my skirts and dresses are shorter than the apron, so it just kind of looks weird. I made it from a dress that I wasn't wearing that often, so I just used that fabric, and I like reusing things, especially with the linen. Like if I have something that I don't wear anymore, I'll just cut it up and make something new that I love. So that's what happened with this apron. I'm so glad I came for a walk today. It was snowing in the morning, but then it kind of stopped and it was raining in between. But I went anyway and it started snowing again. And I'm so happy right now. I feel so festive. I'm completely alone and it's just so beautiful. I saw like 3 deer running across the field like full speed. It was so funny. Too bad I didn't have my camera on to film them, but they were so cute. It's really rare to see them this time of day too, so that was nice. It's so beautiful. I love it.
Sky, I'll carry you home, home to the mountaineers. And soon, my friend, you'll see them again, the ones you left behind, the ones you left behind.
In this video, I thought I would also show you around my atelier where I work on my creative projects and edit my videos. It's my sacred space that I spend a lot of time in because I enjoy being alone with my thoughts and creating in peace. It's actually in the attic of our house. So as you walk into the room, on the left side is my desk that I use for creating and drawing. This is a desk that doesn't have my computer on it and is just a workspace. And I really love these two shelves that I put up and decorated in my favorite little things. I really love collecting small antique items, and as you can see, I have my beautiful Japanese silk moth that I found on the field in the summertime. I'm really into entomology actually, and I have a small collection as well, which I'll show you. I have one oil painting here that is drying still and waiting to be glazed. And in my drawers, I have some supplies for sewing or entomology supplies and things that I often use. I really like my cast iron hooks that I can hang my tools on. One holds my scissors and the other has my oil painting palette on it. On the other side of the room is my computer desk. This is where I do all my editing and where I spend most of the time just watching videos or writing blog posts, everything like that. And in this corner, right beside the desk, I have all my creative supplies in a crate. So right next to this desk and my supply crate, there's a beautiful wardrobe from the 50s that I actually really love, but I think as my room is really small and there's only one small window, it really sucks up all the light as it's so dark. So I'm actually going to get rid of this, and I'm planning to install a backdrop for photography on this wall so I can use it just as a background whenever I want to, and it will make the room appear lighter, and there will also be much more space to move around as this wardrobe won't be in the way. And right next to the wardrobe on the left side is my little table, round table that I use for oil painting. I usually just hold my glass palette on the table and for mixing my paints, and also all of the paints and brushes, so that I don't have to put any of that on other workspaces to avoid getting paint on them. On the wall right next to it, I have my mood board where I just pin everything that I find inspiring and interesting. So just by the door, there's my hat, my favorite hat that is hanging, and also some aprons and things like that to protect my clothes from paints. And my two vintage camera cases that I bought at a flea market, along with the cameras that go inside those. And just below that, I have my small but very beautiful entomology collection of bugs I've either found or my friends sent them to me, and I actually can't believe how many different ones and also beautiful ones that I found. I really love collecting insects. I find them fascinating and also beautiful, especially moths and butterflies. So this is something that I will be sharing in future videos as well. So that's a little room tour for you. I hope I didn't get too much into details because it would be really long, but I think you kind of get the idea. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you are doing well. I hope there's snow where you live and you're feeling festive already and looking forward to the end of this year, because I certainly I can't wait for 2022, and I hope it's gonna be better than this year and we all get to enjoy our time a little bit more.